Welcome back. Just to remind you, channelstv.com has more information for you. And on youtube.com/channelsweb, you can also watch our videos. You can watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news updates, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature with which you can share pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. In the southwestern region of the country, applicants for the Ogun State Home Ownership Scheme are to receive their certificates of occupancy, and they've been asked to perfect their documents to qualify for those that have not done so. Governor Bikule Amosun says the government has put a machinery in place to ensure the computation of the program in record time. Thousands of beneficiaries of the scheme have been issued their certificates of occupancy at a reduced cost.
The homeowner scheme, initiated by the Ogun State government 5 years ago, is said to be a key measure towards achieving the state's infrastructure and socio-economic goals. The scheme has afforded thousands of residents the chance of receiving their certificate of occupancy at a reduced cost, and it also aims to eliminate the challenges associated with land and owners' dispute.
The program is also carried out to provide enumeration data for medium-term planning of schools, hospitals, and other essential services. The benefits include elimination of owners' disputes, as well as property-related fraud.
There is, however, a process to follow before the CFOs can be awarded to the homeowners.
Before you can get this, you need to make your payments. Some opted for twice payment, some once payment. But the point is that some documents that you need to get these things done, they've not even done it. So the point is that now about 20,000 have been distributed, and this is the 29th one, and the target is to finish by August. So what the point is that everybody will be given their CFOs, but they must ensure that they get their documentation in place. If they don't have it, there's nothing we can do.
Over 1,000 residents are gathered to receive their certificate of occupancy, and some of them admit they couldn't have made that choice.
I feel elected because it's a great privilege by the state government to remember us, despite all the violations of the building plans. It still considers it right to give us a CFO, which gives us the right over the land and over the property.
Initially, some people told us that they just want to use it as an opportunity to gather money together. You won't get anything. But with the help of my husband, with some more courage, that we should try it. That whatever it is, let us just try it. And today, we have our CFO.
Over 20,000 homeowners have benefited from this scheme since its commencement in 2014.
To the Federal Capital Territory, the chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, Mr. Abdullahi Adamu, has apologized for the inconveniences caused by the violent clash at Gosa Market, which affected traffic along the Abuja Airport Road on Monday. His apology is coming on the heels of a visit by officials of the National Human Rights Commission, which conducted an on-the-site assessment of the damage caused by the demolition and the status of the new market being built for the traders. Violence erupted between youth and security personnel following the demolition of the market by the Federal Capital Territory Administration, which insists that traders disobeyed an order to keep market activities 500 meters away from the highway. Our correspondent, Kayla Migwa, reports.
Since the demolition of the Gosa market, the Federal Capital Territory Administration said a new, more appropriate market is being made available to the traders so they can carry out their activities.
There's a reason why the market has to be located, because it's very close to the expressway. But now yesterday we went, the minister said they should get a different place now, which is further inside, that a new market is going to be built.
The apologies to Nigerians. It was an action caused by a community. And as a government, and the community is domiciled within this government, we felt it's better to reach out to Nigerians to apologize.
Rummaging through the ruins to salvage as much as they can after the demolition on Monday. Some victims of the demolition told us how they feel about this development and what fears they still have.
Actually, they tell us say they will give us another place, but we go there and see the place is too small. They can't contain people much like that.
Then give market, we happy AMAC we want, may come repair am for us, may do fence for us, may they know say don't they okay.
The thing where una go help us, make una help us for security with the road, make it the road, make it they help us through that road where motor will they carry our load enter.
It's a mixture of emotions among these traders. Unattended to, however, is a question of compensation for the goods in the shops, which these traders say they didn't have the opportunity to save before the demolition.
That is still not within my reach. Thank you.
Let minister prepare and pay us our damages before we accept anything.
Will there be any compensation for the people whose goods were destroyed?
Have they been allocated the place formally for them to ask for compensation? That is the question.
The National Human Rights Commission is here to assess the damage done during the demolition and find ways to reduce the suffering of the people of Gosa.
Whenever there's demolition, there are definitely some rules that have to take place. Have you held consultations with the leaders of the market? Have you an alternative site? Have you discussed over time? How do you plan to relocate them? You know, all those issues must be tabled, and so we want to find out about that. And some of them have said that their goods were destroyed, so we also want to discuss what are your plans for compensation. We are exercising our protection mandate because we have to make sure that their right to economic life is protected.
The ground is being cleared to ensure that the market begins immediately. We will be watching to see if security and other basic amenities are provided by the government at this new location, as the traders have requested. And the question of compensation still hangs in the air. Kayla Nagwa, Channels Television News.
To the South-South region, non-indigents are fleeing Urban Village in Ogun, local government area of Edo State, for fear of a likely reprisal attack by herders over the death of one of their members. This comes in spite of an announcement by the police command that it's yet to be established. Nevertheless, the State Commissioner of Police has given assurances that a full-scale investigation has begun.
This is Ogun community in Odium, local government area of Edo State. She's believed to have the highest deposit of natural gas in Nigeria. The indigents say this town used to be a hub for farming and other economic activities.
They have destroyed my farm. They have uprooted the cassava. They have finished everything.
I don't get farm again because of cow. My children there, as they know they go school again.
The people allege they now live in fear of reprisal attacks over the grisly discovery a few weeks ago of a decomposing corpse of a young man suspected to be a herder.
When our men, that our farmer, get to the bush, they heard that one man died in that area. The herdsmen promised to come and invade the community.
The strangers in Ogun have relocated to various localities. And as you can see, Ogun is very empty now, except the indigents who have the men of God to remain.
Commissioner of Police at those State, Johnson Kokumo, reveals he's aware of the incident.
There was this report by one Usman Galadima of Ogun Headers Settlement at the Igwelaba police station to the DPO that one Musa, 23-year-old, went grazing with his herds and he was not seen. That was on the 7th. The report was not on the 7th.
He, however, does not think the community is in real or imminent danger of any backlash of vendetta over the death of the deceased.
We are still on the investigation of the matter, and as a proactive measure to ensure that people actually don't take laws into their hands, to ensure that the headers do not embark on any reprisal attack. In the first instance, there shouldn't be anything like reprisal attack because it has not been established that the young Musa was murdered.
It has become imperative for Nigerians to realize that a lot of the security challenges facing the country can be reduced significantly if we all obey the clarion call. If you see something, say something. Usazobaza reporting for Channels Television News.
And the Kano State government is saying that it's more going forward with its training program for vigilante groups. Stay with us.